je veux...
Non, non, mais je veux vous dire
alors comme nous,
simplement...
autant un nom,
Oui.
je cherche
Non, mais on peut le dire, juste comme ça.
la lettre.
We're here with Kim Castells in Catalonia. You remember 3 years ago we discussed Salvador Dali's magic, the secret societies, etc. And I told you Kim Castells has published 91 books in his career. He is a famous landscape photographer as well as an interior design architect and an expert on all these issues we're going to discuss today. So I wanted to show you today his latest book, number 91. It's called Mars. So here we have Sun, Mars, Earth and Kim Castells coming in, and we're going to discuss a little bit also the president of Catalonia, the new situation in Europe and where Kim feels it's going, and possibly we might do a rune reading and inquire into the future. Thanks. Bonjour, hello there. We are with Kim Castells. I'm Michael St.Clair. He is going to read out of his new book, Mars. He took the photographs and his colleague, the famous author, wrote in Catalan. Alors bonjour Kim, allez-y. Qu'est-ce qui se passe avec votre livre? C'est votre nouveau livre?
Ah si, c'est mon dernier livre. Avec celle-ci, j'ai publié déjà 91 livres.
91 books is now published.
Je marche pour aboutir les 100 livres.
Et puis pourquoi le livre s'appelle Mars? Why is the book called Mars?
Parce que malgré la photographie c'est sur la Costa Brava, cet bel morceau de la Méditerranée, et je pensais dans ce livre aboutir à un concept plus universel.
So he wanted to reach a more universal concept when though showing photography of the Costa Brava, because the landscape photography you see in the book is mainly his work on the Costa Brava, on the coast. And then he explains he wanted to create a link, a more universal approach.
Malgré la photographie c'est sur la Costa Brava, cet bel morceau de la Méditerranée, et je pensais dans ce livre aboutir à un concept plus universel.
So he wanted to reach a more universal concept when though showing photography of the Costa Brava, because the landscape photography you see in the book is mainly his work on the Costa Brava, on the coast. And then he explains he wanted to create a link, a more universal approach.
I think this... pardon. sorry. I'm starting in English. Je pense que ces planètes qu'on appelle la Terre, il y a plus de l'eau que de la Terre. Il faut le changer le nom et alors lui dire l'eau, la planète de l'eau.
La Terre doit être...
de l'Mers.
Oui. So you would like to call Earth the planet of water.
And this is, ça c'est le motif pour lequel je ai nommé mon dernier travail Mars, tous les mers. Parce que en regardant le visage d'un mer, la Méditerranée dans ce cas, on peut voir tout le développement universel de l'eau dans toutes les parties du planète.
So he says it's kind of fractal. When you look at the Mediterranean, you look at the sea, and so he speaks therefore of all the seas. Mars, the way it's spelled in plural, means in Catalan the seas. C'est juste, hein? Mars, c'est les mers.
En catalan, de six.
Mais il y a le jeu de mots avec la planète Mars. Est-ce que vous voulez lire en catalan?
Vous avez deviné qu'il y a un jeu de mots avec la planète Mars.
He said, I divined that there is a word game going on between the planet Mars and the meaning plural Mars in Catalan, meaning the seas. Would you like to read one of your friend's poems in Catalan? Or talk to your Catalan friends a little bit in Catalan?
Je vais ajouter en première fois que les photos sont mariées avec les poèmes d'un grand poète catalan qui s'appelle Carles Duarte.
Carles Duarte is a very well-known author, poet in Catalonia, and he has written the poems that accompany the photography of Kim Castells?
Carles Duarte, il a écrit chaque poème pour chaque photographie. Il s'est inspiré pour les images pour faire la création de ces poèmes.
This is very important. Carles Duarte wrote each poem based on each photography. In other words, he studied the photos of Kim Castells and then wrote a poem for each photo.
Ça, c'est un véritable honneur pour moi.
This is a great honor also for Kim Castells, and it's a massive work.
Être l'inspiration d'un très grand poète, c'est véritablement 10 points over 10 points.
That he's 10 on 10 here, over 10. He says that to be the inspiration to an author to write these poems, that's a great honor. So you wanted to read one in Catalan?
This is the book, Mars, and je vais lire un poème en catalan, parce que ça c'est la langue qu'il a été écrite ce poème, et même la résonance de cet idiome très ancien, le véritable premier fils du latin.
So I need to make a quick stop to translate, and we're speaking linguistics now. He is explaining that Catalan is really one of the oldest languages in Europe. It's the first offshoot of Latin.
Yes.
But really it's older, right? I mean, there are roots going 3,000 years.
C'est le véritable survivance du latin.
Yeah, it's the surviving language of Latin, Catalan.
The other, les autres langages qui sont devenus le second fils du latin, le français, l'italien, ils sont beaucoup transformés dans la prononciation. Le catalan, c'est une langue flexible et qu'on n'a pas d'une prononciation très changée. C'est ouverte, et c'est comme le sanskrit.
It's difficult to actually translate. Let's move to your poem. Let's do the.
Je vais lire un court poème en catalan parce que vous pouvez apprécier, goûter la sonorité de ce langage.
He just wants you to listen to him reading in Catalan and listen to the musicality, the rhythm of the language, and you'll probably even kind of guess what will be said.
Bien, commence. S'esmuny entre les roques l'aigua, les amara d'escuma, les envolta de nacre i cotó, les vesteix d'un daurat de pissarra. La nuesa del mar i la pedra redibuixa el silenci i ressonen les veus de l'origen, la memòria del temps que ens cisella un passatge infinit. La sonorité, c'est belle.
C'est beau. This is beautiful.
Vous avez goûté ça?
I hope you understood what it means. Tu veux dire en français ce que ça veut dire?
C'est très difficile.
He says it's difficult to actually translate in French, and I'll say it in English if we can.
Cet ami poète Carles Duarte, il écrit dans un langage très pur.
This author poet writes in a very pure language, very pure, so it's actually difficult to translate into a next language. So tell me, Kim, you were explaining that the former mayor of Girona, Catalonia, is now the president of Catalonia, and you did send him your book.
Yes,
and what did he do?
That the new president of Catalonia is born in Girona.
He says that the president of Catalonia, so this is the new president, Carles Puigdemont.
Carles Puigdemont.
Yeah, he wrote him a letter, a nice letter back. He has it upstairs, to thank him for the book, because he can use this book. He shows it, of course, to friends. It's promotional for both Catalonia and the work, and it does show the area of the land where the president of Catalonia was born and grew up, because he's the mayor of Girona, and then became last year president of Catalonia.